No, the title of this video is not hyperbole. I believe this is the best product I've ever been sent by a company. This is the Zenbivy Ultralight Backpacking System, or their Ultralight Backpacking Bed. And I truly believe this is going to change the way backpacking gear manufacturers operate in the future. This right here is your mattress, and it works perfectly in conjunction with this. This is your pillow, your quilt, your sheet. Yes, I did say quilt. I've never used a quilt before, and I was always a sleeping bag guy, but this has really changed my opinion. If quilts are gonna be made like this, I am totally a quilt guy from now on. When I first started backpacking, I would have loved to have an all-in-one system. Instead of roaming the internet and picking a pad from this company and a bag from this company and which company makes the best pillow, the all-in-one system is just awesome. Of course, this is not a new concept when you look at a company like Apple, where there's an entire ecosystem of their products. This is a really smart business move. If you can sell everything in one package to a client, that's kind of a no-brainer, right? And the benefit you get as a customer is that all these pieces work in harmony to give you the best sleep possible and to work as efficiently as possible. But it's not just the all-in-one aspect of this system that I love. It's the fact that it works so much better than any sleep setup I've ever tried backpacking. Let me show you how it works. So first thing, we have our mattress. Better move my coffee. Now, they make this system in quite a few different sizes, which is also something that I really appreciate. I myself am not the smallest, and I know plenty of guys that would like to go backpacking and always complain that they don't have anything that fits them. And I think this is gonna really help larger individuals in the future. Given those sizes, this system will weigh anywhere between 3 pounds and 4 pounds. This mattress has the dual valve that is becoming standard with most products. The normal version is 1 pound, 1 ounce. The larger version is 1 pound, 6 ounces, and it boasts an R value of 4.8. This is definitely a 3-season mattress that you can use well into the fall. What Zenbivy is really proud about this mattress is these diagonal baffles that, without getting too scientific, give you a better, more comfortable sleep. And it's not super crinkly. The insulation inside, they have made sure to be as quiet as possible. It's quiet. I'm a side sleeper. It sleeps great. It sleeps comfortable, very warm. As we know, the whole thing about quilts is a sleeping bag doesn't actually keep your back warm, because when you compress down, it stops working. So it's really all about this mattress to keep your back warm, and this one does. Okay, the rest of your stuff is going to come in this nifty little dry sack. Both of the sacks that this equipment comes in are dry sacks, and I love that. I love this little valve on this dry sack too. It really helps me compress this down into my bag if I want. You know, sometimes you get air stuck in a bag, and now you have like an air bubble that doesn't allow you to compress it as well. But that little valve, super nifty. Appreciate that, Zenbivy. Okay, now in this is not only my quilt, it's also got my pillow and the sheet, which is the newest part of a backpacking sleep setup that I'm super excited about. So we got our pillow, we got our sheet, and we got our quilt. The first step is to attach your sheet. And I know you guys are like, what is a sheet? This is a new piece of the bed or the sleep setup that I think is really neat. So here's your sheet. It doesn't look like much, right? You put it around the front here. It only comes halfway, so it's not a full sheet. And then you flip this thing around. And there you go. You've attached your sheet to your mattress, and you might be thinking, why do I need a sheet? And really, the key to this piece is that it is going to keep everything together. It's the wings of this sheet that are gonna go up like this and create this kind of draft shield that prevents any kind of air or heat escaping around the sides. It also ends up keeping you in this whole contraption. You know that problem we all have where you have your sleeping bag on top of your air mattress and you'll find yourself in the middle of the night slid completely off your mattress? That's because those two materials are almost like grease slicks, you know? A synthetic sleeping bag on top of a synthetic mattress, and you're just gonna slide around on that, and we've all experienced those problems. This, I think, solves that. You do not slip off your pad. You're in it. You're in it and you have a lot more room. Let me show you what I mean. We're gonna go now to the quilt. So if you've never seen a quilt, it is literally, it kind of seems like a blanket with this foot box at the bottom. So the foot box is gonna go around the bottom. This is the first part that kind of, I hope I don't get my quilt in my coffee. That'd be interesting. So the foot box goes around the bottom, and if it seems like I'm struggling setting this up, it is not hard to set up, okay? I'm on a table. I got a camera in front of me. This is not how you'd normally set up. You'd usually have it on the ground and it's much easier, but okay, once you get the foot box on, all these little rings here are color coordinated, which is really nice, makes it really easy. You don't have to guess which ring you're going to be on. So boom, you attach your foot box to the bottom. So now you've got your sheet on top, your foot box on the bottom, and you are starting to make yourself a bed. Check that out. Look at that. More color coordination here. We're going to take this draft shield and we're gonna cinch it up here. Yellow, blue, green, back to yellow. Now look at that, we have the draft shield on the outside, we have the quilt here on the inside, and you can just literally get into the bed like that. Look at that, doesn't that look like a bed? Let's clip the other side. Last but not least, we have the pillow. The pillow also clips onto the inside. It comes with this funky looking air bladder and a nice soft down pad. So if you're like me and you like a lot of firmness on your head, the down obviously goes in closest to your head. The air bladder goes in underneath. Same valve system as the mattress. Give it a little blow up to your desired firmness. Boom, now you have your pillow, a nice thick pillow with down. And there are loops in the system so that your pillow can attach. Now I love the Nemo Disco sleeping bag system that I've owned for years, where you could stick the pillow into a sleeve, blow it up, it doesn't move around. This one is even better because it's just two clips to the front. So this pillow can lift up, you can put your arm underneath it. I always like to put my arm underneath, again, side sleeper, put my head on it like this. It actually feels like a bed. You have the quilt here that still kind of feels like a sleeping bag because you're inside of it, but there's so much more room, so much more shoulder room. You have the ability to unclip any of these that you want and open it up on a hot day, stick a leg out or anything. If it gets colder, there is this mummy system here that you can put over your head and you can make this thing a baby sack, basically. I just love this design. It's so comfortable. It's so light, it's so efficient, and it all works together so seamlessly. I think that companies are going to start making more of these all-in-one systems. It just makes sense. Just like Steve Jobs and Apple did back in the day, if you can create one entire ecosystem where the customer gets every piece of equipment from you, that is just going to drive your bottom line up. So I think gear companies are going to start doing that. If you have Nemo that makes standalone sleeping bags and then standalone mattresses and then standalone pillows, yes, theoretically, you can use them all together and you can get a system. But making them all work together, making each product a stronger, more efficient product with your product next to it, I think that is the way to go if I'm in the backpacking gear industry. This quilt side sheet setup, I think this is going to become popular. We've all struggled with our sleeping bags sliding off our mattress, and this just eliminates that problem. I think that most companies are going to start focusing on this kind of bedding system. Sleeping bags will always have their place, but the all-in-one quilt system, I think is here to stay, and I think it's changed the game forever. So there you have it, the Zenbivy Ultralight Backpacking Sleep System. If you want to learn more about this product, you can check it out on their website. There's a link to it down in the description below. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.